guys, just doing a video today. This is more just to kind of let people know. I have in my description for my videos a link to my life in crystals and my Facebook group for neonates and baby think-it-overs. We do allow people to join that have reborn dolls. But I don't know if people are just randomly searching this, so that's why I'm just making a quick video about it. Lately we've had quite a few requests to join of people just looking to buy either Real Care, Baby Think It Over, or neonates. And I'm just going to put it on here. Like I said, I don't know if it's just people randomly searching on Facebook and finding our group, because it's one of the first ones that pops up when you search, or if it's people coming from her YouTube or my YouTube. I'm not sure, because we will say basically Facebook now gives groups 3 questions to answer. One is, how old are you? Due to us allowing buying and selling in our group, where Crystal and I have also both said that we're not responsible for sales. If you feel you're getting scammed and you need to file with PayPal, so be it. I mean, you can let us know that it's happening if it's repeatedly happening, or if you're in our group and you're getting people messaging you asking you to sell a doll and you haven't listed a doll for sale. We remove people like that, or even some we've had demanding other members to give them a doll because they have more than one. We don't tolerate that. And also, if somebody is in the group and you have grievances with them, you know, we get that you're trying to protect other members, but we had a situation at one point where a member was blaming another member of scamming. And Crystal and myself both had positive transactions with the person being blamed. So the person accusing got upset and threw a fit, so she was banned from the group. And there was a few other transactions that happened after that were positive, so we let the person stay in the group. Then about 6 to 9 months later, there was somebody that they said they were going to buy a doll from and just kind of drug it on. And after about a month and a half, the person finally contacted us. So at that point, yes, we did remove, because we don't, if you're going to drag it out, we're not going to stand up for it. If something comes up and you say, I want to buy this doll, I'll pay you on Friday. Friday rolls around, you didn't get the check you were expecting. And you communicate with the seller, I still want it, but my check didn't have this. Some sellers will even offer a small layaway, just to hold the doll for you, but we try to stay out of the transactions. The one thing that we do not allow is we do not allow trades. Straight out, do not allow. There's too much that can go wrong with trades. So we do not allow somebody to post on the board, I will trade you this for this. So that is the one thing that we don't allow. But due to the fact we allow buying and selling, we recommend only using PayPal for the form of payment, because that protects the buyer and the seller. So we only, if somebody we do say that we only allow that as the form of payment. We have had a few posts of people, I don't have PayPal, not interested in getting PayPal, I'll only take a money order. Those ones we delete. But due to that reason, PayPal requires you to be 18 or older to have an account. So because of the buying and selling and PayPal's rules, we only allow 18 or older, and we also say only ship to the address that is listed on the PayPal. So if, say, for instance, somebody is using a PayPal and their PayPal says California and they're saying, oh, can you ship this off to New York? No. We recommend you only ship to the address listed on PayPal, as well as only pay as goods. Yes, the seller will incur the fees, but it protects both the buyer and the seller. Where if you pay as friends and family, the buyer typically pays the fees, as well as, if something goes wrong, they have no protection trying to recoup their money. So those are a few things about the buying and selling. So we require you have to be 18 or older to join the group. We're not doing any of the, if your mom or dad. No, I'm not even going to get into that. So, and I don't believe Crystal wants to get into that. So that's why we require 18 or older. Second, another question is, do you own a real care, baby think it over, neonate, or other lifelike baby? We've let a few people in that are, I'm currently wanting to purchase one, I'm saving up for one, I just love these dolls. Okay, we do allow those in, but we've had a few that just don't even answer that question. We would like you guys to do that because we want the group to be active. We want people to share their babies and such. Like, lately I've been slacking on it for Baby of the Month, which I need to get up running again this month. But, like when I post my theme of the week, we post a link in the group for what the theme is for the week. And then we have an album in there where you can post pictures of your baby ready for theme of the week. We also have other ideas and such, but that's kind of, why we would like you to have a doll, just to, have fun and be active in the group. The other thing is, there's another question that it's 2 questions in one. One is, where did you find us? And because they only allow 3 questions and we had 4 questions we needed to ask. So the third box is actually, how did you find us? And are you just looking for dolls for sale? A lot of times people only answer one or the other of those questions. If they answer that they already have a baby, think it over, and they only answer that they found us on eBay, or not eBay, they found us on Facebook, they found us just searching, they found us from a recommendation from a friend, whatnot, we'll allow them in. Some people are saying, no, they don't have a doll, and then on the bottom, are you just looking for dolls for sale? Yes, I'm just looking for a cheap doll. We're going to instantly deny that. Because, like I said, we do allow sales in the group. There are other ways to find dolls for sale. And a lot of times, the dolls for sale in the group aren't going to be your bottom of the basement eBay prices. Because, I know I have gotten some good deals on eBay for some babies. I've gotten some not so great deals on eBay for babies. Like when I got Holden and Dust You. I thought I was getting a good deal until I opened up, it was an average deal for those $2 and what came with them. But after opening them up, neither of them had batteries, so they were useless. And, I could have filed with PayPal and eBay to send everything back and get my whole money back. I didn't really want to do that because I wanted a Native American boy so badly, and they very rarely came up for auction. So I did try to contact the seller to at least, get somewhat of a refund, and their response was, well, I sold them as is. Okay, yes, you did sell them as is, but in no way, shape, or form in your listing did you say they did not contain batteries. You just said the batteries were questionable. I can deal with questionable batteries because I can take them or send the batteries to my parents to be rebuilt. But I can't get anything rebuilt that's not there. Luckily, I was able to get some batteries for Dust You, and so he now works. And on eBay, I was able to finally find some batteries for Holden. So Holden, once his batteries come in, will be up for sale. But, you know, it stinks because it wasn't as is. Or not as is. It wasn't as described because the seller didn't even put in the listing. There were no batteries. But also on eBay, it's kind of a crapshoot sometimes. I know I sold Luna on eBay, and I did list on there that, you know, she had her batteries rebuilt about 1.5 years ago, and that I had listed everything that came with her. In eBay, you can't put links to things, but I even put in there, you know, this is my personal doll. I have a YouTube channel. If you would like to see the doll working, to prove that the doll works, there's lots of videos on my eBay channel that included her and showed her on running demos, playing around with her and whatnot. So showing that she did work. And even before I boxed her up to ship her to her new mommy, I made a video of myself boxing her up. I also, in that video, had her connected to my X stick on my computer, and ran the troubleshooting where you have to go through and, you know, check the diapers, the ID, like all of the things to show that she worked and she she worked and she passed all of her functions. So I made just one straight video. It's kind of like a 30-minute video of me running the demonstration, everything that went in the box, as well as packing her in the box. Because that way, if the seller tries to come back to me and say, hey, this, and this didn't come with it, but it was in the auction. No. I'm showing you what I put in the box is everything that was in the auction. I'm showing it all going into the box. I'm showing the doll working. I'm showing the doll being packaged up, put in the box, sealed, because I put everything in the box prior to making the video, printed the shipping label, had everything ready to go, so I was able to do that. But that's to protect myself as a seller. But I know on eBay, I've seen people list baby think it over dolls, and they'll list them as is, perfect working condition. And then in the pictures, they'll show that it doesn't even have its computer in it. Well, it can't be in perfect working condition if there's no computer in it. It's just at this point a mannequin. And while you can buy, there is a seller that sells the computers for them, you know, that's going to be an additional cost. So in the neonate and baby think it over group, the dolls aren't going to be like $99 that I've seen some listed on eBay. They're going to be $300, $400, $500, $600, depending upon what accessories come with them and what extras come with them, because the sellers in the group are able to test the dolls. They can prove that the doll works. Some of them might sell a doll for $250, $300 because the batteries don't work, and the batteries you either need to purchase new batteries there's an eBay seller that sells them, or you need to either purchase batteries or find a place that rebuilds them. Not all places rebuild them. I've heard from some people that their local batteries and bulbs were able to rebuild them. I personally did not. I wasn't able to do that when I went to batteries and bulbs. They said they don't rebuild. The only batteries they rebuild are for cell phones, and that's it. And then I sent the batteries to my parents because there was an Interstate battery as well as a batteries and bulbs there. So I sent them there. And my mom first took it to batteries and bulbs because it was closer to her house. And once again, theirs said they didn't do it, but then she went to Interstate Battery and they were able to literally do it cheaper than what I had seen other people post. And they were able to have them done in 20 minutes. So, you know, you need to call around to get them rebuilt, or you might need to take them in to see if the place can rebuild them. But, I mean, that is an option. And I know some people have tried to sell Real Care 2 Pluses without, or as, how was it worded? I've seen an eBay auction where they admitted the Real Care 2 Plus did not have its batteries. They were trying to say that you could just put in 4 C batteries. That does not work. The way that the computer is in the doll for the Real Care 2 Pluses versus the Real Care 2s is a completely different computer. The top kind of curves up, and the reason why it curves up is where you zip tie the rechargeable batteries in. So you can't get the batteries under it with the computer in. So that means if you want to try to put the batteries in, you need to pull the computer out, put the batteries under it, and then push the computer back down. And honestly, I don't know if that would even work. I don't even know if the battery terminals, because it does have the terminals in it like a Real Care 2, but I don't know if the terminals for the 2 Pluses are actually hooked up. I don't know that. So I can't tell you that it is or isn't going to work. And I guess, you could guess that it's going to work, but that and the other thing on eBay is a lot of the sellers sell them naked. So now you need to purchase the control, which either it be an X stick or on the handheld, which the handhelds I've seen sell upward of $700. Well, not sell. They're listed for about $700. $500 to $700 just for that. X sticks I've seen listed about $200. So you have to buy something to control the doll. You need to purchase an ID. I've seen those go for anywhere from $12 to $20 plus shipping. Then you need to purchase diapers, and a lot of times sellers are selling one diaper, not a set. They're selling just a single diaper for, like, I've seen them for up to $23 just for the single diaper. Well, you need both colors for it to work. You also need the bottle. So, I mean, all those things add up, as well as a charger. So a lot of the things do add up. But, so that $99 doll, that might or might not work, you're also now paying approximately, even without the X stick, you're paying approximately another $100, $150 just to get the items to get it to work. Then you need to purchase the X stick, which I know personally when I sell my dolls used, I program the ID that goes with it. So basically, if the doll doesn't come with the control unit or an X stick, the new owner just has to purchase one of those and their doll's ready to go because everything comes with it. But I do charge more than what typically they're listed for. But we've had an issue in the group where somebody lists a doll for $400 and another person comes in and said, "Oh, I'd really like to buy this from you, but I've seen one on eBay sell for this price." So for that reason, we do allow the buying and selling, but we don't want your sole purpose in the group to be just for buying and selling. As well as, we kind of like to keep track on how people are finding us. If you're finding us from YouTube, if you're finding us from just searching Facebook, if you're finding us from a friend recommending it, that it is what it is. But I know this video is getting long, but the reason why we have those questions is to kind of screen people through. And if you don't answer any of the questions, after a day, I just go in and deny. I've had one person request to join like 4 times and has never filled out the questions. Well, you're going to be denied every time. I'm sorry to say, but you're not going to answer the questions that we require, then that's telling me you're not going to follow our rules. And some people have complained that our rules are too extensive. So they made a separate group. Sorry you feel that way, but Crystal and I have been doing this for almost 15 years now, I believe. I think it was 2003 when we started. Yes, 2003. So in February, or she started it before that, the Yahoo group. But I joined her Yahoo group in February 2015. Not 15, 2003. So that is almost 15 years. Her and I have been running the group. Well, it started over on Yahoo and now moved to Facebook. But we've been doing this a long time. At one point, our our Yahoo group had almost 400 members. So we've seen people get scammed. We've seen the tricks. We've seen people begging for dolls. We've seen it all. And I know on YouTube, a lot of people get that as well. But, if you feel we have too many rules, okay, then, you can start your own group. That's your prerogative. But just know the rules that we have are there for a reason. It's problems we have encountered in the past, and it's not just something we encountered in the past once. It's something that's been encountered multiple times. Just like we actually had somebody that was in our Facebook, or in our Yahoo group, moved over to Facebook with us, then got mad about something, about the rules, and then went over to another group, then was actually taking stuff from our group, was trying to be in both groups, taking stuff from our group, going over to the other group, and posting, like, screenshotting stuff from ours and taking it over there. And we called this person out on it. Well, this person got ticked off at us and then threw a hissy fit and left our group. Honestly, no skin off my nose. Because, why would you want to be in a group for 12 years and then do something like that? Is it because, I can't even, the only thing I can think of is jealousy, because, this person lives closer to Crystal, and, well, Crystal has met her in her life in person before. Crystal just never clicked with her, and Crystal and I have been clicked with each other and have been really good friends. Honestly, from the moment I joined that group and just kind of started posting, I felt, it's weird to describe. It's like when you meet somebody, but you feel like you've known them forever. Even though we were just talking through a computer, Crystal and I quickly became very good friends just from that group. And we messaged each other for, well, it was 5 years. And then we finally got to meet in person. And even after meeting in person, I know I personally was beyond nervous going to that first meetup. I did have my husband with me. But, meeting some of these people that I had been talking to for years, I was nervous about meeting, like, Tammy and the other two girls, but I was most nervous about meeting Crystal because it was like one of those things, we had such a connection talking to each other. Was that going to translate and transfer into real life? That was my worry. And I was excited and I was nervous, and then we got there, and yeah, Crystal's and my friendship translated into real life. Like, that friendship and that connection that the two of us had together were still there. It wasn't like, I know, I've had friends online that I've met in person that, we talked quite a bit online, but then when we met in person, it was like something was missing. I don't know how to describe it any other way. It felt like something was missing, and I don't know what it was. We still continued to keep in touch online, but we never really saw each other in person after that. So, I know, like I said, this video is longer than I expected, so I'm going to end it here, but I just wanted to put it out there that this is the reason why, if you come from Yahoo, if you come from YouTube to join our group, please answer those questions, answer them honestly, and I hope everybody has a good day, and I will see you all later. Bye.